Hello guys, welcome to the second episode of our Nothing to Something series. Today, before we begin, I want to just do a quick recap. So we began the second episode of our Nothing to Something series on February 2. At that point we had Blue Goof, which was around 3,000 rap, and the end of episode 2 was on February 8. Pretty sure, yeah. So we have Sinister Branches, Red Goof, and Green Ultimate Dragon now, which is totaling up to around 7,000 rap. In just around a week, we made a lot of profit. We went up 4,000 rap. This isn't as of now you I also did trade a bit, but we're ending the episode 2 on this day. February 9 is considered the first day of episode 3. Now, what I also did was I did a log on what I did every day trading. So here's it's not exactly like the best journal, diary, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty much just these quick jot downs of what I did and trades I made, items that I've sent for. So we're gonna jump right into day 1 of trading, which I forgot what day that was. I think it was February 2, but we can pretty much just go into the trade history and I'll show you here. Let me just zoom in. So let's see. The first trade that we made for our Nothing to Something was this 1v1 for Blue Goof for Red Goof. This was originally around equal, and when I made this trade, it was around 100 win, I think. No, actually, it was just equal, but then Red Goof was low, and so when Red Goof went up to around, I think, 3,200, it was now around 300 win. But that was actually on day 2, and on day 2, that was the first time we got accept. Day 1, we did mass send around 100 trades, as you can see here, for 2 different items. And then we set up a macro that opens and closes trades for us, which helped me a lot in efficiently mass sending for items. And then day 2 is when we got this accept. I already said that. And I tried to mass send too for Green Starry. We also sent for Cruddy Kraken. And when I checked, I had around 44 outbounds, and this is when we got an accept. So these first 2 days, they weren't as prolific, I guess you could say, or prolific, I think? Yeah, prolific as these other days. Once we get into day 3 and day 4, there's a lot of we're gonna start doing a lot of things. So on day 3, we try to get a project hit. We sent 22 trades. That didn't work out. I think I should have tried and gave a bit more, but there we are. Sorry about my dog barking. I had to be away for a few minutes. I had to wait for my dog to start barking. But moving on, we did some more mass sending. We sent for T-Explosion again. We sent 63 trades. Red Goof, it peaked on this day, and so we declined the outbounds, and we also ended up declining a lot of other trades too. And because it was peak, I'm pretty sure we overpaid because we got accept, because as I was sending, we sent 40 trades for Green Starry site. And on day 4, so let me just show you the trade first for Red Goof for Green Starry site. As you can see, this trade was originally around equal. I think it was even an overpay, but when Red Goof went down to around 3,000, and Green Starry site when it went to its peaking point, which is around 3,600, it turned into around a 500 to 600 win. So this was a really good trade, and it wasn't even a project flip, but we made 500 profit in this trade. And what I did with the Green Starry site, as it was peaked at 3.5k, we traded it off for this hedgerow. I did 100 overpay for this originally, and for I think a day or 2, Green Starry site was still at its average. Was still peaked. So I had a feeling that it was a loss, but turns out it's no longer a loss. It is a 500 win. So These small 1v1s, they helped me make a lot of profit, but what's helped me make a lot of more profit was project flipping, but we'll get to that in just a bit. So now we downgraded the hedgerow for Crazy Bot and Ralph Lauren. We flipped Ralph for Chill Cap. So let me just show you those trades. We downgraded hedgerow for we downgraded hedgerow for 3.7k wrap originally. It was just around 100 win. Just, you know, I think it was a loss actually, but it was still an okay trade. I should have tried maybe get like 120, 150 overpay, but it's fine. This was originally 100. Actually, no, we shouldn't have tried and got as a lot of overpay. Just around 100. That would have been good enough. So I guess this trade is okay looking back at it. And this item was also predicted at the time. It's not anymore, just lemons didn't unmark it. And so what we did with the Ralph, we flipped Ralph for Chill Cap. This was a pretty good trade. Not much profit, just around 300 to 500. So yes, it was a good trade, around 300 to 500 profit, but I have made more profit project flipping. So that was the end of day 4. On day 5, I started to set goals. Like, I wanted to have direction as I was trading. Like, I shouldn't just be going and trade hangout and just like walking around seeing what I can get. I should have like this goal in mind, and so that's what I try to do. So this isn't really important, I just put it here. So what I did was that I sent Green Goof for Sinister Branches. I don't even know how I got Green Goof, but let me see the trade. So we sent Crazy Bot for Green Goof. I think that was a pretty good trade. That was around equal, but the Green Goof did better, I'm pretty sure, than the Crazy Bot. And then we sent Green Goof for Sinister Branches. This was a really good trade too, because Sinister Branches generally sells around 100 higher than Green Goof. And then you see it was originally a 50 overpay, now to 100 win because Green Goof was peaked at the time I traded it off. And then we mass sent Sinister for Blue Goof. That was a loss. And then I don't know. Oh yeah, we got the Chill Cap for Ralph and Gucci. I don't know how we managed to downgrade this Chill Cap. I just got this trade inbound. It was a really good win because you can't really downgrade the Chill Cap, and so this was a win for me. And so this is the first time we started to get more involved into project flipping. As you'll see in the next couple trades, we're gonna start project flipping. So we're gonna go over to Face Scorpion. We sent Gucci Bloom Perfume for Gucci Diamond, which was projected at the time. I think it was around 1,000 wrap or 1,200 wrap, so it was projected by 500. What was a really good trade was this Gucci for this egg. This egg was around 3,000. No, I think actually, yeah, it was around 3,000 wrap when we sent the projected Gucci for it. So this was a really good trade. I didn't think they would accept, but there's this mindset around eggs in the Roblox trading community that people don't really like eggs. They think it's bad or something like that. So whenever I try to get a project hit, I always go for eggs because you can still flip those sort of items and they're easy to get. Like, you can pretty much send anything. In the trades we're gonna send in just a bit, I'm gonna be showing you how I flipped 4 eggs, and I didn't even give a lot for these eggs. So let me see here. So we sent Chase, yeah, this is it right here, this trade right here, and we flipped the egg for 2 smalls. So this was a 1,000 win originally, but now that this Faberge egg is projected, this is technically an even bigger win, but we don't own the items anymore, so it's a loss now. I mean, not a loss, so it's not exactly a win for us, but this is still a win regardless, because if this item wasn't projected, it would be around 1,000 win. Sorry, my tone is like kind of sharp. I don't know why it sounds like that, but that was the end of day 5, and now day 6. Like, I saw the potential of project flipping. I've done it before, and now that I've done it twice in our nothing to something, I thought to myself, you know what, let's just try and project flip as much as we can. It should be our main source of profit. And so what we did was Okay, so day 6, we didn't do a project flip right here, but sort of a loss. I accidentally left this outbound, and so this is like around a 100 loss, but this is just a small win now. I don't really care about this trade right now. What I really want to show is this. So we still had the Ralph Lauren from day 5 when we downgraded our chill cap, and so it was also projected at the time. It was kind of hard for me to flip it because like a lot of people don't really like Ralph, but I eventually managed to flip it for around a 300 win. As you can see, we flipped for Shaggy, which is a good small, and then we sent the Shaggy for another projected, the same projected we flipped with, and for these two smalls. So that's what we did. So technically this is like a loss, but I wouldn't be losing much if I wasn't able to flip the projected. And now what we did with the item is we use it as an ad. So we added it to our chill cap so it doesn't look like as a bad trade. So this isn't exactly sharking. I'm not trying to convince, I mean, I wasn't trying to convince a person, but someone advised me to not try and 1v1 the item, or like just not try to send with the item alone. So instead of just selling this item for maybe some 2,000 item, because this item was projected at around 3k at the time, I decided to go and add my chill cap in, and so we were able to get sinister branches. So this is around 1.2k for an item that's usually 1,000 wrap, and we went, and so this is 100 win. No, sorry, an 800 win. So this was a really good trade. And then I don't know how we got this egg. Let me go back here. So let's see. Oh, we don't have any history, so I just have, I stopped writing in the document. So I'm just gonna think that we had the egg one time from, we had the egg from this trade with Marin. So we sent this egg for portrait. This was sort of a loss. I mean, it was a bit of a loss, but people don't really want eggs, and I was trying to get a projected item, and so I sent for portrait, and then we gave the portrait for the egg once again. This is our third time flipping with the egg. And so I think around that time the egg was 2.4k. It was dropping from its 3,000 wrap when it got projected, and so we managed to flip the fiery egg. This is our final trade of our nothing to something. We flipped the fiery egg for green ultimate, which should be around a 500 win to a 700 win, I guess. So that is pretty much it for our nothing to something. I hope that this sort of like made it a bit more interesting. I still don't know how to present my nothing to something videos to you guys. Hopefully you guys are okay with this. I at least explained how I got these items. So this is the end of like going over the trades, and now is the time for the statistics. After doing some calculating, in total we sent around 400 trades. We spent around 11 hours in trade hangout over the past 6 to 7 days, and we got ourselves around 19 accepts. So this is pretty good. What my plan is in the future is to primarily project flip. So we haven't gone over these trades, but this is actually part of our nothing to something episode 3. I'll go over that maybe next week. That's pretty much what I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm trying to get better at presenting you guys these nothing to somethings. So leave a comment, maybe suggesting what I should do and how I can improve. That's pretty much it, guys. If you're trading, good luck trading, and have a wonderful day. Peace.